Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Hi, hello, hi, everybody. Oh, yo, what's up, Kara, Laura, Bri, Yodrin, Liara, whoever else we have out there. I'm so sorry for the delay, everybody. I'm gonna give people a minute or two to get in here since I just posted the going live notification. But yeah, I'm so sorry, everybody. I underestimated, I think, how much information I was needing to convey to try to make sure that this whole build challenge thing that I'm about to try runs smoothly. So I ended up being up most of the night, and then I like crashed in the morning trying to I was trying to there's a bunch of like I think there's just a lot of information that I'm trying to make very concise and very clear and get it out to to make sure that like everybody's on the same page, that the rules are very like exactly as specific as they need to be without being like overbearing, and then trying to figure out like how to write all the messages to post it in Discord, to post it to Twitter, to lead people from one thing they need to do to another, if that is the case, or thinking if that needs to be the case. I don't know. It's a whole lot of stuff just buzzing in the brain. So I apologize brain shorting out, a little bit. But thank you for your patience. Thank you very much for your patience, everybody. Since I just sort of let everybody know in the Discord, using that going live ping, I'm gonna probably talk about the build challenge near the end of stream today, just to give people a little bit of a chance to see that notification so that everybody kind of can get in the stream if they need to, or like at least kind of get themselves all set up. Or rather, maybe I guess I'll give the prompt and everything at the very end. Maybe here I can give a little bit of info at the beginning here, and at the end of the stream today, I'll give the full info and prompt and open the form, so that way it's kind of like everybody has like an even chance, So, okay. So first of all, hello Zaddy, Teague, and Brendan. Welcome back to the stream as well. Good to see everybody. Okay. Again, thank you for your patience, everybody. I know we're starting a little late here. We're gonna get back to working on this temple, but I first just want to kind of go at a high level over what's gonna happen for this build challenge. And also, I realize the shader that I have right now is very blowing out the lights in here, so let me see if I can get that up. Oh man, I need to figure out a better way to automate a lot of this stuff. There's so many little, like, doing the different types of streams and stuff, and like all this stuff. There's just lots of little, like, toggle this off, toggle this on, toggle this off, toggle this on, toggle this, rewrite this, flip this, copy this. Ooh, there's so many little moving parts. If any of you ever get a chance to stream, I recommend trying it, because it's a very interesting learning experience. I think you'll learn a lot. Let's see here. Is this gonna work? Is this gonna play nice? There it goes. That's a little better, right? There we go. Okay. It's gonna be slightly dark. Let me pop that up a little bit. Okay. It's gonna be a little yellow. Turn it off. Okay. Yo, what's up, Joe? Welcome back to the stream as well. Okay, so I'm gonna say this here at the beginning of the stream, but then please let your friends know if they gonna want to be here for the end of the stream too. So again, I'm going to kind of give you the top overview, but I'm going to wait till the end of the stream to give the full reveal of everything, so that way everybody has an even playing field for this. But okay, so what we are launching today, I'm going to be trying out something new that I've never conducted before. And it'll be an experiment for everybody, I think. So it'll be a fun little thing, and there might be a little bit of scuff here, but hey, we're gonna figure it out together, and it'll be a learning experience. And this is probably the first of several of these. So, what do I mean by that? In case you're not aware, and you weren't here in a previous stream, I am going to be running a build challenge. So, what does that mean? Here we go. If you can see the screen right now, I made cards for all of this stuff. The graphic designer in me could not resist trying to make all this information more digestible. So, here's what's going to happen. The build challenge here starts today, September 19th, and the building aspect of it will run till the 28th. Then on the 29th, we will tour the builds. Okay. So, what is the challenge? Like, what is the whole thing about this? So basically, this is taking the idea of the 5 artists paint the same subject, right? Or 5 photographers photograph the same scene, right? And what we're all going to do is it's going to be everybody building to the exact same build prompt using the same item limit, which is because it has to be in an apartment or an FC room. And we're all going to be using the same time frame, right? So basically, everybody has from today until the 28th to build whatever they can within this time frame. And the idea here is we want to even out as many variables as we can, so that way everybody's basically it's up to everybody's interpretation of the prompt, right? But things like nobody's limited by oh, well, I'm only in an apartment and someone's in a large or something, right? Oh, you had 4 months to build that and I only had 2 days, right? So this way, nobody knows what they're supposed to be building until today at the end of the stream. And then everybody's going to stop building the day before the tour, and then we're going to go tour. Yeah? So, this is going to be coordinated and led by me. And I do want to give a shout out though to Tonkatsu Udon, who's South Shrouded on Twitter, because it was her. She actually was trying to run one of these out of Twitter, and she did a competition, and I saw that she was doing that, and that was really a big aha moment for prompting me to try this with our stream here. So I do want to give a shout out to Tonkatsu Udon, who sort of put the pieces together in my mind, yes, it's the 5 artists thing. Oh yeah, but it's with the housing community. That's great. That works perfectly. So shout out to her. I'm going to be reaching out to her and letting her know to hopefully come join the competition as well. Because we'd love to be able to see her work. If you don't know who she is already, go check her out on Twitter. She does some really, really cool builds. Kind of atypical but really creative stuff. So yeah, please go check out Tonkatsu Udon, and her handle is South Shrouded on Twitter. So yeah. Okay, and again, what's gonna happen here is everybody's has the same time frame, so everybody's supposed to start with a blank room, right? It should be an apartment or an FC room, so that way we're all building using the same amount of space. We're going to build within the theme prompt, and I'm going to give you that later in the stream. And do not use any third-party tools while you're building for this particular challenge. So I know for those of you who are in my Discord or have been in my streams before, then while I don't personally use third-party tools to build ever, it's not. I've asked it it's fine. I understand that some people might use them, right? But it's not for us to police. However, for this particular build challenge, I am asking that nobody use any third-party tools, so that way nobody is at an unfair advantage. Okay? again, the idea here is I want as even a playing field as possible, where everybody is using the same prompt, same time frame, same variables as much as possible. The only thing that's different is your interpretation of the prompt itself, the theme, right? So, very important. And I have to make the little note here that if I can tell that any tools were used in your build, like while we're doing the tour, I'm going on the honor system here, so I'm not gonna be watching you over your shoulder while you build, of course. It's just, I want to be surprised as well. But if I walk into any build and it's very obvious that you use third-party tools, like you push stuff way into the floor that's impossible to push through the floor without third-party tools, or you have stuff like floating way out in the void or something crazy, then I'm gonna not tour your house. I'll just stop right there. I don't think that's gonna be an issue, but I gotta state it, just to make it clear for everybody. Okay? And okay, how this is gonna work is to participate, right? I'm gonna open a channel in my Discord server, and then you can go and submit your builds. Okay? And I'm first and foremost announcing it here on stream because I want to make sure that the people who are, members, regulars of the stream and regulars of the Discord get first crack at submitting their builds. So it's going to be through the Discord that I'm mainly going to be organizing this, just like the housing tours. Just like the housing tours, within the housing section of my Discord, there's going to be a form, and you're basically going to submit your address, the address of the place you're building at, as well as your name. Okay? And I'm probably going to ask for some more information from you later down the road, but I need to just initially get people's stuff in there. And because nobody knows what they're building yet, I'm not going to be asking for some of the usual information, like you don't need to provide me, like I guess the owner of the build. You should be the owner of the build, since it's an apartment and FC room. And I will be asking for some backstory later once we get closer to the actual date. Okay. But in order to keep it anonymous right now, we want to keep it kind of ambiguous what everyone's working on, so that it's a surprise for everybody. I'm only going to reveal the stuff, or I'm only going to ask for the your like story tidbit about the build at the end. Okay? So I will be revealing the prompt and posting live the channel for entry at the end of stream today. Okay? And that's going to be in about like an hour actually now. We started a bit late, so I'll do it at 6 p.m. So also, if you want some of your friends to join, I'm giving you a chance right now. I know I didn't previously like put an announcement ping out or anything. So if you have friends and stuff who may want to also hear about this and participate, then let them know to be around here in the stream, ideally sooner, but like if nothing else, come in by like 5:45 or something like that. By the end of the stream, I'm gonna talk to everybody and make sure everybody gets told the prompt and opens the Discord all at the same time. Okay, and it says the first 8 people who sign up will be guaranteed spots on the tour, but there are potentially more spots on the tour. I just need to put a little bit of a safeguard in there in case we have like a ton of people all submit, right? So if we end up having though like a ton of builds all submitted, then maybe we'll have 2 days of tour. I might even extend the tour and make it a second day. So don't freak out too much about the 8 person limit there. The first and foremost thing is I want to just make sure though that everybody here on the stream, all of you regulars, are aware of what's happening and get a crack at this if you want. So again, if there's anything you need to prepare right now, it's really just decide for yourself, do I have an FC room or an apartment that I can use for this build? Okay? Is that clear to everybody? Does everybody understand that? Yeah? If anybody has any questions, feel free to fire them out. and I'm happy to answer and clarify. And I'll give you a chance to ask any questions and stuff too at the end of the stream. But for now, a little bit just, again, to give people a little bit of time to maybe see that message and everything. I'm going to keep building here in my Japanese temple. And we're going to catch up a little bit. And I think this is probably going to be the second to last stream that I work on this. Because I think I still will have a few more things that need to be done. And I don't, since we started a little bit late today, I don't think I'm going to get to all of it today. But that's okay. We have Thursday of this week. You guys excited? I'm excited to see what you guys make for the build challenge. Oh, what is this? What's going on here? Ah, the loft. Oh, and let me open up the apartment here in case anybody wants to come hang out while I'm building. Sorry, I know if any of you are outside already. It was locked previously. It is no longer locked. You may walk in. Location preference. So, Zara, location preference. So, okay, so I was leaning towards, for the sake of simplicity, because on tour it's kind of crazy if we are like hopping all over the world. Ideally, everybody builds on North America. But in terms of Primal Ether Crystal, any one of those is fine. But if we have a substantial amount of people from another specific area, then we might be able to expand that. Are most of you going to be okay if we do it on North America? And the main reason again for that is because, especially for the tour, okay, I should say this. Maybe I need to clarify that for the tour, I ask that all builds that are going to be on the tour itself are going to be from the NA data centers. So Ether, Primal, Crystal, right? And that's really just because I think it's a lot to ask everybody to make alts across the world and have everybody jumping around the world during the stream. But I definitely open it for submissions for anybody, right? So like, if you're from EU or JP or whatever, 100%, the thing with this is I definitely want to it's really just, I want to see creativity. I want to see how everybody interprets this prompt. So if you have, alts on another data center or, an alt, and that's really the place that you can only build right now, then that's fine. You can still submit, and especially put it to, I'm going to make a hashtag here on Twitter where people can submit their builds, and I'm going to ask people to submit to the Discord. So even if we can't see everybody's stuff on the tour, there's probably going to be some level of me maybe just like popping into Twitter and looking through some of the tweets and stuff. Even like if we end up getting like 30 plus builds or something crazy, right? Where there's no way I could get to them all on a tour, then there will have to be some level of me, showcasing some of them just like via Twitter, or possibly doing like a compilation video later down the road, right? Like after we do the tour, and I'll go through Twitter and like compile some cool ones and like try to showcase everybody a little bit. But I think for the tour itself, ideally everybody builds somewhere on NA. Yo, what's up, Zara? Welcome. And Kara, no worries. No, I mean, I've offered this to people before during the streams. Just if people want to come by and like hang out, they're more than welcome to do so. I will always tell you guys, or lock the house if there's times where I'm building and I need privacy or something like that. But yeah, Kyoko, what's up? Welcome back to the stream. Hi there. Okay, I'm kind of seeing, like, generally speaking, seems like everyone's okay. And Teague, yes, you may use an Alt FC room. The only thing I ask is that you, the person who is submitting, is the person who is also building. That's the only thing I ask, right? So if it's an FC alt, or I don't know, if you gotta like borrow your boyfriend's computer, your girlfriend's computer, or whatever it is. I mean, as long as it's though that you are submitting your own work, it doesn't matter if it's on your main or an alt or whatever. So, but I will, like, when you submit the build, just put your normal name that I can find you by, you know? So. Okay. Cool. This is gonna be fun. And like I said, I think if for whatever reason you are not like able to participate in this particular build challenge, or you're not comfy with it or whatever like that, no worries. Like I said, this is sort of like this is the first time I'm doing this, so it's very much a test run. So if you want to just like watch this time and join next time, that'll be great. This is the first, but not the last. So don't worry if you can't make it on this one. So like I said, if nothing else, make sure you tune back into the stream around 5:45 or so, and I'm gonna be talking about the prompt and opening up the Discord and everything. So if you need to set an alarm or something, or like whatever, I don't know. I know people like go off and do other things during the stream. Just be ready for that, okay? And for anybody who has not been on our previous streams while I've been building this, hello. What I'm doing is I am recreating a Japanese feudal temple design that I actually built in my original small, which is actually here in this very Shirogane ward, funnily enough. So it never left the ward, it just poofed for a little while into the void, and now I'm rebuilding it in my apartment. And this is just a challenge for me to figure out if I could recreate, the build that I made in my small, but now in an apartment. So you can see the framework here is all pretty much there. This is in an apartment room right now. And this is the main temple area. So I think today the main thing that we're going to be working on here is working on the ceiling lights, and then also working on the altar over here. And again, I know some of this stuff is a little bit misaligned, and I did not have a chance to completely perfectly realign everything off stream, although I probably still will do that. So again, if you see this in the future, some of the stuff that might be a little misaligned will be fixed. And also, like, okay, for example, I will fix this though, because this is gonna bug the crap out of me while we're building, so I'm gonna fix this right now. This texture glitching, right? So, for anybody who has ever run into texture glitching, especially for something like maybe these verdant half partitions, is that what they're called? Why am I blanking on the name? Verdant shelf partitions, there you go. Easy way to fix this and actually add a little bit of extra detail to your build in a way is you rotate them both offset by 1 pixel. So turn the rotate on, turn your mouse sensitivity all the way down if you have the ability to do so. And then I just go 1 click. Ooh, hold my breath. Oh, that was too much. There it is. Okay. So 1 snap off, right? And that's actually already enough to fix the texture glitch a lot of the time. But sometimes you actually may want to offset it on both sides by 1 pixel. And that is because you see how they're the orange, right? You'll actually get a pattern. So right now the pattern is off center, right? Because it's primarily focused on the one that I already rotated. But if I rotate the other one also off counter, the like opposite direction 1 pixel, then watch what happens with the orange there. See? That's the second partition showing through, right? Now, if it's offset by 1 pixel in the opposite direction, then when I do this, I now have a pattern that repeats, and it's also flush in the center. Right? So now it's perfectly even on both sides. Perfectly balanced as all things should be. Thanos would be proud. And this, if you've ever seen me work on... I did this in my other builds, so I'll show you really quick. A design pattern that some of you will recognize from my FC house is this. Okay, so... here's like a little doorway, right? In my FC house. So here's like another thing, right? Texture glitching is happening up here. And also this little bit is like off, right? So if you do offset these by 1 pixel each, then you can actually get the pattern back on both sides. Oh, let me turn off grid snap. There you go. See? If you just offset it, then you can actually have this little arrow on both sides, right? And it's balanced. So again, very small, subtle detail, but you know, there will be people who do notice and appreciate. There you go. See, you can even it out a little bit more, where even the woodwork here is like exactly even. So yeah, there you go. That is how you do that. I think some people will say that's not necessary, but I think it's completely necessary because it'll bug the crap out of me if it wasn't like that. And that trick is sort of used everywhere, like all the time. I constantly use that in Prominence, in Obsidian, probably, and in most things that I've built, because you constantly run into that texture glitch pattern and you do want to address that. Also, interesting. Oh, I see. This is off. Oh. Ugh. Sometimes get some weirdness here. How was it? I forget how it was actually. Oh, I think we pushed the walls way out on that side. That's why it looks extra strange. Because I'm pretty sure it was like this or something before. Yeah, I think that's even. Oh, and pushing this out one-ish click will give us the pillar here, which is important for like the structural looking thing. I'm glad you're excited for the challenge build, or the build challenge, Teague. And Nimbus, hello Nimbus, welcome back to the stream. Oh, I just realized my chat is like exploding out the top above the chat cover. See again, like, oh, there's just all these little tiny things. Why is my... Oh, it's because the mail, the little, the server window is like, the server info is popping out as well. There we go. Now it's hidden, I think. How you doing, Nimbus? Maple! Welcome back to the stream as well. Hey, Zanny. Glad you made it. You're excited, nervous? You don't have all the glitches figured out? Well, no worries. Hey, perfect time to learn. So, Yeah, no worries, Zara. I mean, I guess this maybe is a good time to point out that if anybody, so for the build challenge, if anybody, you know, doesn't know how to use the glitches and stuff, and because I'm asking that there be no third-party tools used, here's a great opportunity to learn. And if you do want to learn, boy, do I have a stream for you. I did a stream way back where I went through all of the basic glitches, basically, for housing. And here is the follow-up even to that. So there's two different streams. 101 gives you all the very basic glitches and how to set everything up. Then 201 goes a little bit farther and gives you some of the more advanced techniques. And basically between those two streams, there's timestamps for all the little bits, all the different steps along the way. Or rather, all the different chapters, I guess. And that pretty much would get you up to speed with everything you need to know to do everything that, like, I'm doing. And, yeah. I am also actually working on creating some other shorter form versions of some of my content and stuff for YouTube, but that's a little bit in the works right now. A little teaser for you there. But, yeah, in case anybody does need those tutorials and stuff, there you go. You can learn. And oh, I guess this is something I didn't state earlier, but this is a build challenge that we're going to be doing, and it's not a competition. Very, very clear. I want to make that very clear. It's like there's no winners and losers, and it's not about like trying to outdo everyone else or something like that. It's really just like, let's have some fun, all building to the same prompt, and see how different everybody's interpretation of the same prompt comes out, you know? And so similar to the tours, it's really just like a celebration of creativity and trying to have some fun and just explore possibilities and kind of just get to go to see a bunch of people's builds and be like, oh, whoa, that's so cool. I never would have thought to do that, you know, like you did it there. I would have never thought that prompt would make you do that, you know? So also don't stress, too. Don't stress if you're new to housing. If anybody's watching this right now and joins in on the build challenge, and heck, even if you're just new to housing in general, if you're just joining in, you know, don't stress. Like, it's more important that you just try, you know, and have fun with it. It's honestly, I think one of the coolest things is actually seeing how someone with a beginner's mindset interprets some of these things, right? Because sometimes when you've been doing something for a long time, you get a little stuck in your ways, or like it becomes a little bit too easy to just pull from like common trends or something, or like common patterns that maybe you even default to, right? But then if you're like totally new, a lot of times you'll come at it with a completely fresh perspective, and you'll just do something that's like, whoa, like, you know, like to you, you're kind of like, oh wait, nobody's ever done this before. And like oftentimes, yeah, like I'll see stuff on the tour or stuff getting posted to Twitter that's like, yeah, no one's ever done that before. I've never seen that. That's awesome. I know that's like one of the ways I found like Maple. Was I remember seeing her posting about her Little Shop of Horrors build. And I don't know necessarily if you were new at the time, new to housing per se at the time, but I hadn't, you know, seen your work before. And certainly, like, I think that was like a great example too of, you know, just like kind of being like, whoa, like nobody's doing anything like this. This is really cool, you know? And I love that. I just love seeing people just do something that really is like, wow, nobody was thinking like that, but like you were, which is really cool, you know? A fun showcase, exactly, Brendan. That's exactly right. Ah, yeah. Zara, did you visit her, the China theater? The Chinese theater? Do I have the stuff to make this? I feel like I could make this really easily. Ancient lumber. Oh yeah, I feel like I have most of this stuff. Let's just make this. Just gonna keep it nice and comfy today. I was quite frantic pre-stream a little bit. Trying to get everything all prepared. But I hope you guys will have a lot of fun with this build challenge. It's gonna be a great time. Hey, by the way, too, is anybody close with Tonkatsu Udon on Twitter? I personally haven't actually ever spoken to her before, but as I mentioned before, you know, this challenge was in big part inspired by her trying something similar on Twitter, and I definitely would love to have her also participate in the challenge itself. I was gonna just try retweeting, replying to her original tweet when she was doing the challenge. But if anybody is like friends with her, you know, on like a one-on-one basis or something like that, reach out, maybe reach out to her and let her know to pop in the stream or something, because I'd love to say hello to her, you know, verbally, and then also have her be there when I talk about the prompt and set everyone loose about this at the end of the stream. Because yeah, I definitely would love to have her participate and be a part of this, and be able to shout her out in person. So you friends with her, Maple? Perfect. Let her know. Let her know what's up. We love to see it. Love to meet some fellow housing designers. Where I have silver ingot. There we go. Retrieve quantity 1. The centerpiece of this temple, you know? I feel like it would be weird to buy it. It's gotta be... I think this is one piece that I really should make myself, you know? I don't think I have this. Matron's mistletoe. There's, what are the odds, right? You know, okay, so I was also, this is like a completely different different side note. But I was like I was on YouTube. Oh my goodness. What is happening here? Wait, I definitely have these in my FC chest, if anything. But I was watching like some Minecraft streams and stuff, right? And I noticed that some of the Minecraft streamers, they just have long form videos where they're just building, they're not saying anything, they're not even talking. And they're really just like hanging out. Oh, bye Kara, by the way. Yes, oh, you never got any sleep? Kara, well, I do know the feeling. I was up quite long too, so yeah, go ahead and get some rest. We'll see you soon, Kara. Oh shit! Youngston! Tonkatsu! There she is, Tonkatsu! Welcome to the stream. Nice to meet you. Thank you, Maple. Your summoning ritual worked. Stream Tonkatsu Udon, or Tonkatsu, the stream. Hi. We've never met, but I've seen your work on Twitter, and so I don't know how much Maple informed you, but I was inspired by your build challenge. You know, I wasn't able to submit a build to it. I was busy with some other stuff, but I saw you doing that, and it was a real aha moment for me where I you know, I had been thinking about trying to do some kind of like a group building together kind of thing. you know. But then seeing you do that really like clicked the pieces in my brain of like, oh yeah, it's like the, you know, the 5 artists, you know, 5 painters paint the same subject. It's the 5 photographers take the same photo, right? And so I'm gonna try doing a build challenge. And I wanted to make sure, though, that I gave you credit, and if anything, I wanted you to participate in it as well, because it's very much something that you helped bring into existence in a way here. So I'm going to be showing the prompt to everybody at the end of this stream, just to give, I wanted to give people a chance to all kind of either tell their friends or, you know, have a moment to kind of sort themselves out a bit and get in the stream and everything. But yeah, here, I'll show you like the basic, the front page flyer thing that I kind of came up with here. And right there, inspired by Tonkatsu Udon, that is, I think that last I checked, as of this morning, you are still South Shrouded on Twitter, I believe. And yeah, I asked if anybody in my stream knew you, because I don't think you had your DMs open or anything, and I wasn't sure if I should retweet at your original like build challenge tweet or something. So I just asked the stream, hey, does anybody know Tonkatsu Udon? And if they do, can they reach out to her and let her know what's going on? And Maple summoned you here, so wonderful. I'm so glad to have you here. And yeah, would absolutely love it if you'd be down to participate in the challenge. Also, Tonkatsu, as well as anybody else who is maybe here for the build challenge and isn't already in my Discord, I'm going to be putting the sign up form for people to sign up to have their builds on the actual tour of this in my Discord. Oh, sorry, I guess maybe I didn't say that too, but so the way this is going to work is we're going to have everybody start building today. I'm going to give the prompt today. And so from today till the 28th, right, which is next Wednesday, everybody gets to build. And then the 29th, which is next Thursday, we're going to do a tour of a bunch of the builds, as many as I can get to. And possibly if we get a ton of builds, I might even do a day 2 on Friday or something like that. Or we just go for some absolutely crazy marathon 8-hour extravaganza on Thursday. But I think more than likely we'd split it across the 2. Anyway, so to say, there's my Discord link. If you join the Discord, I'm going to be opening the tour form in the housing section of the Discord. So it gives you a chance right now to get plugged into that if you'd like to be a part of that. So I don't think the form is live yet. Okay, good. Oh, I realized I'm gonna clarify the thing about the North America data center things with this. So, ET Primal NA data centers only. There we go. Okay. Just wanted to get that in place before I forgot. But yeah, cool. Well, yeah, welcome to the stream, Tonkatsu. Glad to have you here. Glad we could summon you. That was fast, Maple. You were on that, man. Surely I had clear glass lens somewhere here. Didn't I have it? There it is. How many did I need? Keep forgetting. The power of the MGM studios. Yeah. Oh, I gotta come check out the MGM studio sometime. I haven't had a chance to yet. Oh, did I remove all those? Oh, whatever. It'll be a high quality altar. Oops. Let me have my hotbar back. I love it. It worked. We got you here. I think so. Okay, before, well, we had a very good surprise guest appearance here. But right before that, I was asking. So I was watching some, Minecraft streams and stuff, and most of the time I've often watched like a streamer building, and they're talking through it, or they're building with their friend or something like that. But I did notice that there were some content creators on YouTube who pretty much exclusively had Minecraft content where it even says right in the title, like no talking, just like Minecraft long build stream or something like that, no talking. So I was wondering, how many of you would be interested in videos or long, whether short or long, of me just building without even any commentary? Like, is that something that you would want? Maybe even no background music? I don't know, like in some of the Minecraft videos, it was literally just the sound of Minecraft, So it was like, just very comfy. Basically, you're just kind of like following along with them and like letting them do their thing. So out of curiosity, is that something that you guys would be interested in, or not so much? I think I need to end up getting some more of these Chochin lanterns. Oh yeah, that's right. Let me bring up the original tweet that I did of this place. Also, Tonkatsu, thank you so much for following the channel. Glad to have you here. Hope maybe we'll see you more out and about at some of the streams and some of the tours and stuff. Bode Oak saying prefer the commentary. Zara too. Sounds like you guys like the commentary. Love watching people doing a quick build. Oh, Tonkatsu, so are you saying like you like people who are maybe like a time lapse of a build, where it'll like show like an hour's worth of building, but it's like in 3 minutes or something, and you'll see them just build it really quick, or like what do you mean by quick build? Ah, okay. Gotcha, yeah. So like condensed thing. Whoa, the heck? Sorry, I was going on my Twitter. There's FFXIV streamers is not even retweeting me. They're just like tweeting about everyone's streams. That's interesting. Tweeted that I was going live. Okay, I guess so. Cool. I can dig it. Awesome. That's awesome. What am I doing? One Track Mind. I am pulling up the original tweet of the temple that I created, so that way you guys can see what I'm doing, and also so that I can reference it myself, because I kind of don't remember everything completely off the cuff. So one moment. Let's get that up and running. One moment, just grabbing the tweet. And I think okay, I think this will work. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so here is the original temple that I created. It's on Twitter. It was from way back in January 2021. So here's what I'm recreating, right? For those of you who've been in the first two streams of this, then you recognize this by now. But basically, yeah, so do I now have... I have the samurai armor, so we need to slot the samurai armor into the cutouts on the sides, and then we're building out the altar area, right? And then we're gonna add the lighting and stuff. I think probably the last stream this Thursday will be adding, like, really, like, zeroing in on all the lighting and everything. Like, adding in the final bits. Like the ceiling stuff there. So I think today we're gonna try to get these all placed. Oh, and these are tabletop? Even better. Okay. That's kind of fun, with the little lamp there. Not quite what I want, though. But... okay. Here we go. Okay, so a big thing with this build is a bit like actually one of the first things that I did when I was coming up with this was figure out this whole box situation here. Right, where we have this light box and you have the samurai armor. And right now things are not quite aligned, so there's like some stuff poking out and things, but basically, you want to create like a really flush box on the side here. And then you need to have these really nice recessed lighting that kind of just shines down onto the armor. And that's largely created by taking one of these and very purposefully, oh my gosh. It's gonna be a nightmare. Oh god. Okay, I'm getting so disoriented right now. Okay, so basically you're putting the light just above like this, right? And so you can see how the light gets cast down and kind of would cast down along the actual armor itself. And a big thing for me was having the light actually non-visible, right? So when I was creating this, I really wanted to make this look like recessed lighting where you didn't really know where the light was coming from. Well, let's grab the light over here. I need to float the white rectangular partitions up also because you can see the gap in the back here. But just for the sake of showing here, right? Basically the lighting is going to go like that. And right now it's not that noticeable, right? But when the walls are repositioned in here, hold on. So the walls will eventually be closer to like this, right? And then when you drop the light to 0, it suddenly becomes super dramatic. And so I think when I was first building this temple, this was really the big thing that that I zeroed in on. Oh, sorry if I didn't catch you before you left, but thank you so much for popping in, Tonkatsu. We'll see you in the Discord and with the prompt and everything, hopefully. So. Have a good night. We'll catch you soon. But yeah, so when I was building this temple, the first time around, I think the very first thing when I was just like experimenting with like coming up with concepts for this was I kind of stumbled upon this. Like I was building, I think, a light box, this sort of light box looking thing, and I was building it really to put something else there. I didn't really think about doing the armor. And then as I was going through the housing menu and just going bit by bit by bit, I think the armor kind of plopped down and was a happy little accident, as we say. And seeing that happen, though, was a big aha moment, and it really helped me zero in on the tone of this place. And something that I actually experimented with a lot when I was first doing this was trying to figure out the ideal way to get this silhouette to get cast here. So, you know, something, it's a subtle detail, right? But like right now, do you see how the samurai is kind of, his silhouette is getting lost, right? Or his or her silhouette is getting lost because of the way the light's getting splashed down. So actually, I played around a lot with trying to do stuff like pulling this forward, right? So like you put just forward enough where, there you go. Do you see how that's a much stronger silhouette? Where you get the outline, right? It's very clean looking. And actually though, what I ended up doing and what I will do here is right now the light is sort of above and behind the armor, but in the final build, the light actually should be right on the other side of this partition with the armor pushed farther back. So right now you can see how the mask, the front of the armor and all of its detail is getting very lost. And if I push it back, then you will start to see the detail on the armor, right? Like the mask and all the ornamentation and stuff. But then you're losing the silhouette. And so if you put the light, though, above the armor and in the front of the armor, then you get the best of both worlds, where you can get the strong silhouette and you get the detail on the front of the armor, on the face mask, and on the bogu, the chest piece and everything. So yeah, that is the that's like some rationale there behind the armor. So we can see, let's see here, storeroom. Again, I think part of this is like you get everything mostly in position and then you do some cleanup work at the end. That's usually how I end up working, where you kind of want to make sure everything's feeling good overall first, and then you work on doing some of the cleanup work and everything. So like for the sake of right now, I'm just going to leave it like that. And eventually we're going to have like the candles here. It just like all of this just starts to add together, you know? There you go. Now it's starting to feel like that temple that I originally made. And I know also we need to make the altar here in the front. And it's very dark right now. You probably can't even see anything. So I'm gonna turn the lights back up. Oh, okay, and you guys are saying the time lapses are fun. Yeah, the reverse teardowns. Yeah. Okay, so it sounds like in terms of if we're doing like longer building streams, then you do want the commentary. But then if there are shorter like time-lapsed versions, for example, or maybe highlight reels or something of a build, then as long as it's a shorter form, then you might be interested in that, right? I think. So, is that a fair assessment? There you go. If we knock all of this to soot black, it becomes invisible. The good old turn everything soot black. Poof, it's gone. No more texture glitching. Okay, so here we go. I know there's some layers here that we need to add. So the altar has like a couple layers to it, right? One of them is going to be, let's see, let me make sure I remember this correctly. I believe the first part is going to be a drawer table. So there's a drawer table like that in the front where the incense sits on top of and the front flowers. And then behind it, there is a hanging sitting table. That's floated up just to give extra detailing to the actual altar bit there, as well as a Nalthal lectern. So it's kind of like this, right? And all of this was just layered together to try to give this thing like some extra texture and extra visual interest, I guess, that would kind of make it feel very ornate and altar-like, you know? If it was just like a plain stool somewhere, I don't really feel like that's much of a... I think the kind of vibe I'm going for is like maybe like a traditional Buddhist temple kind of feel. And if you've ever seen traditional Buddhist temples, their altars have lots of gold and lots of ornate details and stuff. Even if much of the rest of the build itself, the temple itself, is quite minimal, the altar usually has a lot more ornate stuff going on. And so, like, adding the oriental table was my attempt to put in some of those like gold details and try to add some of that kind of glam, I guess, so to say, to the rest of the setup there. Okay, let's see if we can get this going. We might even need to move this thing. Oh boy. And I remember I did this actually when I was building in the small even, where I pulled the whole thing forward here. And it actually pulls with it all the aquariums, so we can actually just slot them back in later. Pretty easily. There you go. See, it brightens the whole room right up, so that way we can actually work on this. So taking this out, putting this here. There you go. See, so the idea here is trying to add, I guess, some dimension to this whole thing. And when I first was doing this, I really fussed a lot about exactly the alignment of trying to get even like these metal bits on the side, these metal posts, to all like feel as natural as they could with each other, which honestly becomes a bit of a bear. But there, see, so like how how this post, how these kind of sit with each other. I mean, this is the kind of thing I think about all the time, where I really want, like, see this is uneven. There's metal showing, this not showing on this side. But I liked having the little metal posts feel like they naturally blended in with the rest of this. So let's see, I think actually in the end, let's look at the reference material again. There was a zoomed in version of this. Uh-oh, hold on. Come on. Ugh. Twitter gets a little fussy when I'm streaming. There we go. Okay, so you can see there is the Glade table right there, and then there's the hing and sitting table, right? So see, if I didn't have the hing and sitting table, it's a subtle detail, but if I didn't have the hing and sitting table, then it would kind of be just like a big, like, dark box or something behind here. But having a little bit of extra detail, I think, helps those different layers kind of pop out from each other. And even something like having the little handle here facing you instead of turning it away, I think was all just kind of meant to lend to having a little bit extra details. Then adding flowers and stuff. I see that the hing and sitting table is actually aligned with the front beam here, right? Like just in front of it, so that the beam does look like it goes through the table. And then the gnawed lectern is also just behind that front beam, I think. So we're gonna try replicating that. And yeah. Good, well, I'm glad to hear that you like the commentary, Zanny, yeah. Because you're right, yeah, I think for a lot of you guys, you are all either housing experts or certainly quite well versed in a lot of the techniques and stuff. And that's actually, I mean, that's actually one of the things, right, though, too, of like this challenge build, right, is that it'll be really cool to just see how everybody thinks about a very similar prompt, and everybody interprets it differently and uses the same techniques, essentially, to do something very, very different. You know, everyone's going to be doing something quite different with this. Oh man, this is really that far out? Far out, dude. Here we go. Okay, I think it's about there. Oh yeah, right there. In fact, see the little bit of the metal is actually showing out of the front, because there's cutouts right in the very front of this area. It weirdly like gets cut out with a little bit of a sculpted out area. And I remember when I was experimenting with this that I did like how the post actually shines through to the bottom there. It's like a nice extra little touch, you know? That feels like this whole thing is even more unified. Right? See, now, if you didn't know housing items, you might not know that these are different items, right? You might just think that they're all kind of the same thing. And even more so when we start like dyeing these wardrobes, right? These Glade wardrobes right now are all off color. But once we start dyeing them, right, then even more so, right? This whole bit over here just looks like a big uniform piece. And that's exactly what we want. Right there, actually, use charcoal gray, it works even better. As opposed to that, right, where it really jumps out at you. So I know, like, for me, that is the whole name of the game, is basically in all the things that I make, one one of the main things I'm constantly thinking about is how can I blend items together where they appear seamlessly like a single item? And if somebody doesn't know housing, could they potentially be fooled into thinking that they're seeing only one item? Because if so, then sort of mission accomplished there. Also, there is the option of the fire showing there, but what I think what I ended up doing in the last one was I liked pulling this forward a little bit, this stage panel, just so you don't actually see the fire, but you do see the glow. And then when you add lanterns to this, it ends up looking like, there you go, see? So when you knock this down to 0 light, you just get this really nice glow of the altar, and it adds a really nice mood. Just to have the flicker, you know? And then if we add, yeah, a lantern back here, you'll see, you can see how then we start adding some lanterns and stuff in. And even with the lanterns, you still get the glow. And it ends up, you know, you can play around with this. I think I ended up having 4 different lanterns here, like roughly like that, in like a pattern. But you get that glow still, and it does feel very, you know, it feels in line with like the candle flicker from the rest of the build. And just having the flickering stuff there, I feel like is very temple-like. Candlelight, you know? Not just bright LEDs everywhere or something, you know? That's, that doesn't feel like a very old style temple. Ah, okay, and yeah, Maple, you too. Same with you for wanting the commentary, for sure. So I mean, I also partially asked this too because a offshoot of that question where I was saying like a long form, you know, multi-hour building stream, but even when like I'm gonna be doing some walkthrough videos, and you guys have seen these on, you know, on YouTube. People do walkthroughs of their house, so. If it was let's just say it was a 5-minute walkthrough video, would you guys also want like a 5-minute walkthrough with no commentary, but then a 15-minute walkthrough with like highlight commentary? Because I know I did on stream a several hour long commentary in detail about my nightclubs and stuff. Because there is like, for most of these builds, there is quite a lot that I could say that could take up easily an hour, or if not, like certainly quite a long form video. But I've been curious if people would want to just hear like a highlights reel, and if that would, you know, they think that they would be more wanting to share that with their friends, or that other people would really like that better if I also had, you know, the 15-minute or the 20-minute long version walkthrough of Prominence or something like that. And yeah, right, Boat Oak? Yeah, Ashen and FFXIV are a huge inspiration for a lot of what I do on my stream. So yeah, I totally agree. They're awesome at this, and in many ways, they helped really lay the framework upon which I have sort of built my own take on a lot of that stuff. And I noticed actually, so they have been on hiatus for a long time. And I noticed though that they just posted a video recently of another walkthrough, so that's pretty cool. I wonder if that means there's a comeback in order. Would love to see them doing stuff again. Since again, in many ways, they are the reason I'm here for the housing aspect. Also here right now, I have the hanging sitting table, and I'm trying to figure out how far into this I should go. And so once again, just trying to kind of keeping things really flush. The gold edge right there, I might as well put it just flush with those pillars, because then it looks, I think it'll look the most natural, right? Because like here, it looks a little bit like the pillars kind of chopping into the middle of the table. But if maybe it's like here, that looks a little bit more natural to me. Right? So then that way, yeah, that just feels a bit more natural. And we can float that up. Also, I think we're already getting to the end of the stream here, and the promised prompt reveal time, 6 p.m. So if anybody needs to go tell their friends to get on in here, to all be in on this at the same time, let them know. Let's see here. How am I gonna do this? I don't think the table's gonna pop up that much. Oh, it is! Aha! There it is. Okay, I do remember this was actually kind of crazy where... Oh, I remember what this is. Okay, so the thing about this is... I ended up wanting to float the Hingen table, but not the lectern, right? So actually just rotating and locking the table, ideally. Oh, there it was. There we go. Because otherwise floating the null lectern too high ends up making the altar way too high, and it's like way above eye level, which doesn't make any sense since this is supposed to be a place that you could go and pray and stuff. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. I admittedly have not actually gotten a chance to watch their new walkthrough, but I definitely want to check it out. And it's fine, you know? I mean, they were kicking so much ass, and just like, I think they really exploded, especially like with the pandemic, you know? Comfy content like that. I mean, that's how I found them, right? I found them because of the pandemic, and comfy content like that, I think really went through the roof during the pandemic, or rather, blew up in popularity. So, oh shit, is that not even? Or am I just looking at? Oh yeah, there we go. I'm just off center. But that comfy content really blew up, I think, and so I could see how they need a break. You know, they've been working really, really hard, and just doing so much that it's good that I'm glad they took a break. Hopefully they've had some rest though, and maybe they're easing back into it, you know? So you don't wanna like overwhelm themselves, right? And burn themselves back out again or something, you know? That would be bad. Ah, crap. Oh, there we go. Okay, if I can lower this table down. There we go. See? Now we're getting somewhere. So now we have the details of the table, but it's not too high. And once we actually we're up on the troop stages too, right? Even more so. The altar could actually be raised up. I think it was actually about that height. It might even been a touch higher. Like, it's okay to have this raised up slightly higher, I think, so. Oops. Okay. Come on, come on. Ugh. Rotate, please. There it is. Okay. Okay, and let me put this away. Let me put the troop stage back, and then let's get to this prompt and let you guys start building. Here you can see it's not final, but like I said, I will continue working on this on Thursday. But yeah. Look at that. Turn the lights down. Oh, we lost the fish tank, but that's okay. There we go, it's all coming together. Peach has a new walkthrough of their personal? I did not see that one. I didn't even know Peach had a walk... Well, I didn't know they had a YouTube channel. I guess I didn't see it. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, that's the video from their very last community spotlight from months ago? Wait, oh, really? I could have sworn that I got a new notification on my subscription thing that showed a new FFXIV video. But it's possible it was just serving... Maybe I wasn't actually looking at my subscriptions for currently. Maybe it was actually an old one. I don't know. Maybe they didn't actually post a new one. Maybe... Sorry, I don't mean to spread any misinformation there. Let me check that really quick. Oh yeah, see? They have a Kana Dorian 1 day ago. It's only 1 minute and 26 seconds long, but yeah, they did post something 1 day ago. I don't know though. I don't know their situation though, so I'm not super close with any of them at the moment. So I don't know if they have, you know, if they're coming back or not or whatever. But I hope they do. That'd be cool. Okay, so though, right here at 6 p.m. as promised, I want to show everybody the prompt for the build challenge, as well as open up the tour forum in the Discord, or the build challenge forum, I should say, in the Discord. But I'm gonna open it up after I, again, re-explain everything. I just want everyone to be on the same page. So, listen up, everybody, listen up. This is the moment you've been waiting for. So, if you've been waiting for the build challenge stuff, here you go. I'm gonna walk it through again, explain everything, and then show you the prompt, okay? Drum roll. Well, actually, we'll drum roll when we do the prompt, but, okay, so, for anybody who was not at the start of the stream and, you know, needs a little bit of the full thing, I'm gonna go walk through the full thing really quick. So, we're doing a build challenge. Here it is. Okay, so, the build challenge is starting today, September 19th, and it's going to be going through the 29th, with building stopping on the 28th, because then on the 29th, we'll be actually doing the tour, right? And, okay, technically, I think, you know, if you fiddle around with some last minute things a little bit for the tour, that's okay. But, like, I really just don't want anybody, like, building while we're touring or, like, you know, try and do that. Because the whole point here, the whole point of this whole thing is that everybody is basically trying to build with as many of the same variables as possible, with the only difference being how you interpret the prompt, right? So, it's the honor system. I can't police. I'm not going to police you guys and, again, look over your shoulders. But basically the idea is everybody will be starting today, or I guess whenever you see this, but hopefully today. And you start with a totally empty room. So hopefully if you have a build that already exists that works for this theme, try scrapping it and starting over and doing something completely new, okay? So start with the blank room, right? Only builds in apartments or FC rooms, so that way we are all using the same item slot limit and same size of room. We're all going to be building to the same theme prompt, which I will reveal in a moment here. And no using third-party tools while you are building. Okay? Again, this is on the honor system. There's no way that I technically could know whether you did or didn't do this. But I'm just asking that you please be on the honor system and don't use them. I understand though, if somebody like has some really bad carpal tunnel or some reason, there might be reasons why you still use it a little bit, but please, if you can, do not use third-party tools. Again, this is really not so much because I necessarily have any issue with them. I've spoken about this at length before, but it's really just because it wouldn't be fair, to have someone who can tear things up and down instantly or do things that other people just simply cannot do. So please, don't use third-party tools, and if you do use them, try to be cognizant of what is and is not possible with them. And I am putting a disclaimer here: if I walk into any room, into any of these builds on the tour, and there is obvious use of third-party tools, I'm gonna just walk out. Okay? So just to keep it fair and make sure that people play by the rules, I will not feature your build on the tour if I can tell that there's obvious use of third-party tools. So please, again, be honor system. I trust all you guys, okay? I know that you guys are honorable people, so I trust you. Okay. Now, how to participate. So, how to participate is two different ways. The main way is join my Discord, which, again, I will link right now here in the Twitch. Okay? This is my Discord. In the Discord, join the housing section. You need to go up, register with the rules, and then go up to the very top of the Discord and do the housing unlock if you're not already in there. Once you're in there, I'm going to open a channel in there that is the build challenge form. And you can basically just apply there. In short, you putting yourself down there is just, I want you to be, it shows that you saw the rules, and then I have basically documentation of how many people are submitting, right? I need to have a number so I can plan the tour accordingly and kind of start building the tour itinerary so that it flows nicely. I want to make the disclaimer, I may not be able to show everybody's build on tour depending on how many builds we get. If we only get, 8 to 10 or something like that, we can make it work. We'll make sure we show them all. But if I end up getting, 20, 30 or something crazy, just know there might be some builds that I can't do. So I'm going to prioritize people who have submitted first, which is why I'm telling all of you on my stream first and foremost. Before I post it to Twitter, before I post it to anywhere else, as promised, people of the Discord and my stream will always know first and foremost the upcoming stuff, because I want the people who are active and participating knowing. So, the second way, though, to participate is, in addition to signing up in the Discord, and that being sort of the more flushed out full version, I also would encourage that on the 29th, right, which is the day of the tour, that on that day, and not before, but on that day, you also post your builds to Twitter and let the world see what you're working on, what you've built, and you post it using that hashtag, which is on all these things, Noahsai with 2 eyes there, build challenge. And that way we have a nice little succinct place where we can see everybody's builds. And even if I can't get to them all on the tour, people out on the internet can see them. And if there's a lot of them that I can't get to on the tour, I might even do a separate video compilation where I'll go on Twitter and I'll pull a bunch of them all together and I'll still showcase them off. Because I definitely want people to see everyone's creativity and all the hard work they've put in. Okay? Really quick, I see Zanny's got a question. Am I going to build to the prompt as well? Possibly, yes. I need to yes, in short, I am going to try to do something as well. I don't know, though, how full on I'll be able to go into it, though, because I do have a bunch of stream stuff that I need to also do. So I may not be able to... I don't know. It depends. It depends on how some of these things that I'm working on pan out. But I'm going to try to do something as well. So, okay. Yeah, so Bode Oak, to address the NA only thing. So, you can submit from any place, including EU and JP and whatnot. But for the sake of the tour, I'm asking that for the tour, I'm first and foremost going to focus on the NA builds. And that's really mostly because in my experience with the tours, it really disjoints a lot of people when you have to like have everybody stop and transfer servers a bunch of times. So if we have to jump around between EU and JP and like all over the place and materia and stuff, it's just going to become too much. Like it's already probably going to, you know, with using the DC travel, it usually we lose a bunch of people along the way. So I'm focusing on NA first. However, if we do, for whatever reason, end up with, you know, 5, 6, 8 EU builds, then maybe we can add a whole full EU leg to the tour. So don't break yourself to build on NA if you are only on EU. If you know, still submit your builds. I definitely still want to see it, and I certainly want anybody to submit to the hashtag. You know. If we can't get to your actual house in the tour, I still want to very much showcase all of these, so I'll probably show them on stream in a different way, or I might even make a full-on YouTube video, you know, that I'll show on stream / we'll put it on my channel and I'll talk about it, because I definitely want everybody to see all the builds. So to say, Bode Oak, absolutely still do sign up on the tour form. And you know, anybody who's on EU or JP or anything like that, right? Yeah, absolutely still sign up. And if we end up with a lot of submissions, I can add that leg to the tour. But if it's only, you know, one person, that it might be a little bit tough to get everyone to jump or build like an alt on a completely different server, just, you know, for the single build or something like that, you know? So, yes, Liar, there will be a special form for this. It's going to open in my Discord in a moment here, after I just finish explaining all these rules. Yeah? Sorry, so I know it's a lot. This is quite a bit of stuff, but this is... Again, this is partially why I was late to start stream today. Is there's just a lot of information, and I was trying to figure out, boil it down more and more and more and more to get it as concise and clear as possible. So, okay. Before I show the prompt, does anybody have any questions or need clarification on anything? I'm gonna give you a second there. If anybody has any questions or wants clarification or anything, right? This is how to participate. And here's the rules again. So, a follow-up thing is, for the people who will be on the tour, and actually even people who probably aren't, when it gets closer to the date, I'm probably going to send out a ping to all the people who submitted builds, and I'm going to ask you to privately DM me, or I might even open like a separate forum or channel or something for this, but I want you to submit a little bit of a story for your builds, okay? Just because I think it'd be really cool to, just like the housing tours, it's really nice when I'm on stream to be able to speak about the builds, because everybody will be encouraged to join the tour and of course talk about their builds in person, but sometimes I know messages get lost in chat, or maybe someone's shy to talk, so I usually ask for people to send a little blurb about like what they made and the thought process and stuff, just so that way people on the stream can have a little bit of understanding of, you know, the hard work you put in, the thoughts and like the backstory or the thinking behind it. Okay, But in order to make sure that, you know, it's still kind of a mystery to everybody what everyone's doing, so nobody gets influenced by anyone else's work, right? Ideally, it's everybody is interpreting this on their own. And so in order to prevent any possible cross-pollination while we're doing this, I'm gonna try to ask for those story tidbits separately from the actual form here. How, you know, you guys might have, for the past housing tours and stuff, you've seen me do it within the form. But that's why I'm not doing it on this form right now. It's going to be very much just, I need your name, I want your Twitter handle, and I want your address. So that way I can start kind of preparing this stuff. Okay, everybody ready? Here we go with the prompt. So, again, you have from today until... I'm asking everybody on midnight, you know, of the 28th to stop, basically, right? So technically, you know, you can go past midnight if you want to build a little bit into the AM there, but basically, by the night of the 28th, everybody please stop building. Okay, that way again it's as even a showcase as possible. Everybody started at the same time, everybody ended at the same time. Cool. Okay, here we go. So the prompt this time for this first ever, at least but run by me, build challenge is going to be Under the Stars. Okay, and this is very much open to your interpretation. So please don't say if you have any ideas. If hopefully your brain's lighting up, you're thinking of stuff's percolating, right? Don't say it aloud. Don't tell anyone else, right? But interpret this how you will, okay? And this is the big thing, is when it comes to, closer to the time, I'm gonna ping people. I'm gonna ping you all, and I'm gonna give you a chance to explain in a little paragraph or a little blurb why you went the way you did with this prompt, okay? And I think it'll be awesome. I think this is gonna be super cool to see how everybody thinks of this differently. So you could take this literally, you could take it figuratively, you could come up with how, you know, whatever you want with this. The only thing I ask is, again, that you try to make it, you have a reason why you did what you did, and that you could explain it on stream, and that hopefully you will explain it on stream, or you'll at least give me a blurb to help explain it on stream. Yeah? Okay. And again, remember the rules here. Only building in an apartment, no third-party tools, and please start, if I know some people may have builds that already kind of do this or something, but please, if you can, start over, come up with something new. And don't tell anybody what you're doing. Mum's the word. Build in secret, okay? Okay. And I believe the form should be online now. It's called Build Challenge Form. It's right above the voice channels in the housing section. You guys see it? Can everyone see that? And can you actually send to it as well? I just want to make sure that it's not locked or something. Oh, I see people posting. Okay, I think we're good. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, like I said, I'm evolving this in real time, trying to figure out the best way to do all this. So I may ping you guys and ask you for different information, or to follow up or something. So please do kind of watch for those. I will do my very best to I will not spam ping you, but if it's important related to this particular challenge, I do want to be able to be in contact with you all. Okay. And what was I going to say? Oh, Bode Oak. So you brought up a good point where I think you said, thank God it's not Halloween. Okay, so it is not Halloween, and that is intentional. I didn't want to use a prompt that was specifically Halloween because, and this is maybe important for some people, if this changes at all what you might be doing, but I'm also going to be doing a Spooktober housing tour in October, okay? So that is totally separate, and that is like a normal housing tour where you can submit a build of any size and whatever you want to do. And the only thing is it's supposed to be spooky, Halloween themed, and that kind of thing. So that is totally separately going to happen in October. So in case that influences anybody and means that like maybe you were thinking of doing like a, Halloween under the stars or something kind of thing like that. So just letting you know, there's separately going to be a Halloween tour, Spooktober, so to say, Halloween tour in October. I'm going to give more information about that after we finish up with this build challenge. So I'm not going to talk about that yet just to not, get it too confusing or anything. But just making you all aware, that's also coming down the line. So you can also start thinking and even building to that one if you happen to have like a second place that you're working on or something like that. That one's going to be run like a normal housing tour. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so what do you guys think? Are you guys excited? You guys got some ideas going? Thoughts? Anybody have some thoughts? Or anybody, again, now does anybody have any questions? Want to clarify something? Now's your shot. Now's your chance. Yay, I'm glad you like it. Oh, good, good, good. Yes. So we'll be, like I said, and I, if this goes well, if people have a lot of fun with this, I'd love this to be the first of several, that we might do of these. Because I definitely have some other ideas for prompts and stuff. And we'll be changing it up quite a bit, between the different ones. Because the whole thing here is, yeah, I mean, I think. Well, actually, I don't want to say too much. I kind of want to just let people run with this and just see what they make. So. Excited and you want to start, but you're late for raids? Oh, good luck on the raids, Yodrin. Don't worry, you'll have time. And it's only an apartment, so it's only 100 slots you got to figure out what to do with. And again, just, I want to reiterate this, it's not a competition, so. There's no need for any kind of, behind the scenes sabotage or anything like that. Like, there's no money at stake here. It's really just, we want to see creativity. We want to see how awesome and showcase everybody's wonderful creativity. And just I think, really celebrate, like, how different everyone's brain is. How creative and different everybody comes up with stuff, Don't ping me. Perfect. You got time now. So excellent. Right, Zanny? Yeah, I'm really curious to see what y'all come up with. And again, just a friendly reminder here. If you intend to do this, sign up right now. Like sign up now on the form. Because if for whatever reason, suddenly a flood of people all start doing this. And I'm going to post this to Twitter too, by the way. So like, it's going to be kind of open to the public. I don't have like millions of followers or anything, but you never know, right? I mean, I'm going to be opening this up, within like the next half an hour here or something like that. So, if we get a bajillion submissions, I don't really have any other way to, at the moment, to filter that out, other than to say that the first like 8 to 10 basically submissions. I said 8 on the card there. I can guarantee that they will be on the tour. But if we get like way past that, I might have to cut some, or I might have to just like only showcase them in like a video or something. So again, you heard it first on stream here and in my Discord. You know, all you regulars and maybe even new folks here, you guys heard it first. If you want to be a part of this, put yourself down on the forum now. I would recommend. And unlike the housing tour, when we do the normal housing tours, like your build doesn't have to be finished, obviously, because you literally just heard about it right now. So if you intend to build to this prompt, if you intend to participate in this challenge, submit to the build challenge form. And then again, that's in my Discord in the housing section. So. Cool. Everybody got it? Maple, could you help let Tonkatsu know? Well, actually, I guess she's in the Discord now, so I will also ping the Discord with this information. So, yeah, again, you guys heard it first, but then I'm going to be pinging the Discord, and then I'm going to be pinging Twitter. So, have some fun with this, though. First and foremost, yeah, really, like, go have some fun, you know? I want everybody to have fun and experiment and push themselves to come up with something interesting and different. And let's see that creativity. And again, if anybody, because again, I am asking that no third-party tools be used. That please, if you do need to learn housing, I have 2 streams that I did in depth, pretty much walking through every single technique you could possibly need to do 99% of everything you need in housing. And those are both on my YouTube channel. So here, I'm going to link those again here just in case anybody needs them. This is Housing 101. This is the first one, probably the main one you'd need. And then here's Housing 201, which is the follow-up with a bit more advanced techniques if you need them. So share it with your friends if you need to, and let them know. Let your friends know. Let your friends know to get in on this if they want to. So I think it'd be really cool if we had so many that we needed a second day of the tour. Like, that'd be really fun. I think it'd be the bigger a range of audience that we kind of can get for this, the cooler it'll be. Especially once everybody on the 29th, you know, the day of the tour, everybody can submit their final screenshots and stuff to that hashtag, and then we can go from there. We'll have a big old showcase of creativity. Woot woot. All right. So everybody got that? I'll have to message a few people to make sure that they heard about it. But yeah. Okay. I think honestly, I think it'd be kind of weird to get back into stuff right now. So I will I'll end the stream here for tonight. And thank you again, everybody, for your patience today. I know we started a bit late. And I hope, though, that you... first of all, I thank you for your patience and for still coming out to the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you're excited about this. I'm certainly excited about this. And the next couple of this Thursday, I'm gonna attempt to finish the rest of this temple, and then next Monday, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see where we're at with the temple, or maybe I will work on or showcase a different thing or something. I know there was some smaller little mini things that I wanted to do in terms of like little experiments or that kind of stuff. So yeah. You're welcome, Brendan. You're most welcome for the stream and for organizing this. Yeah, it's exciting. I hope everything was clear. If any of you guys do end up seeing something I misspelled or like is unclear or something like that, let me know. And this is the first time I'm doing this, so it's new territory for me that I'm experimenting running something like this. So it may evolve over time. It certainly will evolve over time. It'll be a learning experience for everybody. So we'll give it a go though. We'll see how this works out. So cool. Thank you everybody for coming to the stream. I will see you in the Discord, and I will see you this Thursday for more building, more commentary, more hanging out. And this Saturday, for those of you who follow me in the DJ side of things and nightlife side of things, this Saturday I'm going to be playing at Into the Frying Pan FC, and that's Nivea's FC, who you may have seen in the Discord and possibly at some of the shows. And she's her and her FC are throwing a Fall in Autumn party. I think that's how she described it. And it's going to be apparently Yams and myself. So DJ Yams is going to be the first, I think, 2 hours, and then I'm going to be 2 hours after that. So, maybe it's an hour and a half. Wait, hold on, let me double check that for you really quick. Yeah, I do believe it's Yams from 7 to 9 p.m. PST, and then I'm from 9 to 11 p.m. PST. So for any of you who are looking forward to something this Saturday, come out to that event. The info for that is in the events section of the Discord, so you can take a look there if you need a reminder. But yeah, DJ Yams back-to-back Noah Saitoshi, so that'll be fun. I think that'll be the first time I'm playing a show with Yams in a way. So, cool. Thank you everybody for coming to the stream. I look forward to talking to y'all again very soon. And I won't be able to see what you're working on, but I know the gears are turning, and I can't wait to see what we all come up with. Okay. But for now, good evening and good night, everybody.